Yeah, hello guys. Hello, how is everybody here? Hope you're all doing good. This is Modi Waters. Anyone new here, please kindly do us a favor. So do subscribe to our channel and also give us a thumbs up so that you can get, following videos. The next videos to stay much connected so far with pure water production. Okay, so in today's edition of this video, what we're going to talk about is honestly speaking, don't ever try to start a pure water business without knowing these things. You see, with the pure water production, first of all, what you need to have in mind is whenever you're planning have that zeal or passion to set up a pure water business, what you should have in mind first of all is make sure after getting your budget, and the budget too, I've been speaking to people for a while now. You see, you can set up your budget around 30 to 40,000 Ghana cedis. In Ghana cedis, meaning we in Accra, Ghana here, so we're talking about Ghana cedis. Maybe I don't know how it will be in your country's currency or what have you. You see, so after getting this your budget, what you have to consider is there challenges with a pure water production business. It's a very profitable industry, a very profitable business so far worldwide. Okay, so with the production, what are the real challenges so far? Let's tackle those ones. Then we come to there are numerous, a very vast advantages. Then what sort of profit in doing that business? But of course, in any business, definitely there are some kind of obstacles or some challenges that you really need to tackle them very well before you proceed. And first of all, what you're talking about is you have to think of electricity. Whenever setting up a pure water factory, think about electricity. And with electricity too, sometimes you might set up a factory at a place that they have problem with the power. They have a really serious problem with power. And then maybe there is also current fluctuation in those areas. So first of all, what you have to bear in mind is whenever you have that zeal to set up a pure water business, of course it's a very nice business, you know what I mean? But first, think of the exact location. The geographical location where you're going to set up the whole thing. Make sure there is enough current or power, there is enough electricity, there is no power problem in the area, because if that is happening, assuming you set up a factory in a certain town and you didn't access the whole so far how the town their power situation is, then you just set up the factory. Definitely, if you don't take care, it will be a problem for you. So guys, let's do something serious. Okay, make sure you get a very good place, a very nice place with a very good electricity condition, with a very good electricity, because assuming you don't have enough power, or the power is fluctuating sort of stuffs, then it's going to also cost you another cost of your cost of input or cost of production too is going to hype up, because you need a plant, you have to fuel it and all those stuffs. Then you see, so at the end of the day, maybe it might be a problem with you knowing either you're making profit or you're making losses at the end of the day. Okay, so guys, please kindly consider that one very well. Electricity, the power. Then we talk about the electricity. Another challenges in the pure water industry so far is thinking about being a boss. Everybody get an ego, so being a boss, sometimes if you don't take care, it will start taking you to another level. Although you own your own factory, but there is a problem, a very big problem with employers sometimes when it comes to the pure water industry. First of all, some of them, they want the workers to have ownership mentality, but at the end of the day, they don't put down the required or the availability of environment for the workers to have that kind of ownership mentality. You see, I don't know whether you know what I mean by that. That's sometimes the workers you know, the way you relate to them. You know, in Africa, we don't just take work just like you go work, then you close, they pay you. Sometimes we do involve a relationship, how you relate with your worker, how the boss, you talk with them. Are you shouting on your workers, or how do you relate with them? Sometimes we even consider that one much. Even sometimes in most of the business so far that we've checked out in, especially in Ghana here, it's like when you don't have that kind of relationship with your workers, sometimes they see you to be that kind of bad person. Sorry to say that, but that's the reality here. So being able to, I mean, have a very good platform so that all of your workers, everybody can operate. You see, then aside that, there is another problem with employers: lack of maintenance. When it comes to pure water production, we're dealing with water, you're dealing with food, so especially water to, you know, as usual, the whole world, everybody needs water to survive, you know. And there is even a report that UNICEF, there is a report from UNICEF that over 1.1 million population of the whole world, they don't have access to adequate water, you see, a very clean, purified water, and they don't have it. So sometimes as a boss, what you have to do, you need to consider maintenance, changing of your filters. And every time you need to change your filters. If you're using resiness or softeners, you need to make sure every time you change those taps on timely basis. Then the maintenance of the machines, you know, you have to get yourself a TDS so that you'll be checking whether your water, the TDS is going up or going down. What do you have to do? Do you need resins, water softeners, or some conditioners so far to, I mean, stable your TDS content, all sort of stuff, because you're going to deal with people, a lot of people, so you have to make sure every week is the maintenance supposed to be weekly, as prescribed by the engineers who do the so far the installations of your machines give you. If it's supposed to be within a 3 months, 3 months, or either a month, everything you need to consider and make sure you do it very seriously. Okay, that's another problem there, because whenever you do, you are not doing, the thing is a very simple, then something small, a very small problem, assuming these filtered and stuff, you don't change them on timely basis. Maybe one customer can complain there is a scent in your water, or the water doesn't taste good, there is scent on it or some stuff. You didn't take that one serious. Before you see, you start losing your customers. In Ghana here, we have that chain of protocol. There is recommendation. Oh, this product is very good. Oh, this product is not good. Then everybody takes off his hand from the product. You're losing. That's another key factor that whenever you think of setting up a pure water factory, you should think about that. Then what we should consider also is the road network. The road network of your production place. The road network. Assuming you get a factory in Accra here, maybe the area that in which you are operating, there is a very bad road. There is a very bad road. You have to consider your vehicles, either using a truck or a tricycle. You need to consider those stuff, because at the end of the day, you have to convey your product all the way from the production into the market, but you have to make sure your location is at the roadside, and moreover too, there is a very good road network at where you're going to operate, because at the end of the day, if you don't take care, you'll be going to shops, to the mechanics, because you'll be having problem with your cars, your tire, your shocks, and all sort of stuffs. You see, so that's another key factor to consider when setting up a pure water factory. Then another thing to also consider, one of the very most important factor to consider is whenever you're setting up a pure water factory, you really have to make sure you know what you are going to do. You have to think of, so far, per kilo of your row, how are you going to get the rows per kilo, and maybe you take 20 kilos of your row. If I mean the row, I'm talking about the rubber that will fill the sachet that will fill the water in. Okay, that's what I mean by the row. Okay, you need to make sure and move over to your product. Are you using 3 colors, 2 colors, or 1 color? I'm talking about the designs that reflect on your product. Okay, so that's another very major factor to consider. You have to sit down and do a calculation very well. Maybe per bags in Ghana here, we do give that for 2 cedis, 2 Ghana cedis, 2 Ghana cedis. Some areas to 2 cedi 50 pesos for a bag. You see, so maybe assuming you produce 500 bags. In 500 bags, you have to do a very serious calculation on that one. You're selling each bag for 2 cedi or 2 cedi 50 pesos. Then at the end of the day, you are going to deduct electricity, you're going to deduct your workers, their money, their salary, of course. It will be deducted from all those calculations. Then you also deduct the material, the cost of material, the 500 bags of water. You calculate how many rows, how many packing bags were used to produce those stuff. Then, so that at the end of the day, you can reposition yourself very well. You can reposition yourself to know if you are in the business, are you in the gap, are you doing the right thing. Then you pick it, you just moves on, you see, you just moves on from it. Okay, so these are some of the major challenges so far with pure water production. And the last one I'm going to talk about is your workers. When I mean your workers, your employee, the guys that will be, I'm talking about those that takes the product to the market, the sales personnel, the production personnel, the operators. All these also contribute to the growth or decline of your pure water business or your pure water industry. You know, in Ghana here, I'm sorry to say, it's very unfortunate that here sometimes they don't really respect people in a truck or on a tricycle selling water. I know, of course, we don't demand the respect. Honestly, you just go, you sell your water, you come back, that's all. But it really counts. The whole thing is, some of the sales personnel, they don't really dress well. Can be in the market, their dress is very bad, they don't have, that kind of order and stuff is on them. So sometimes that actually brings down the business. So as a boss of your own business, what you have to bear in mind is anytime you make sure your employees, everybody dresses very well in the factory. They dress very well. Then they should know how to talk, how to get close. How to get close to the people. It's in the market. The market too. The market is a full body on its own. We have the old people in the market, the young ones, the grown up, the children. Everybody so far is in the market. The literate ones, the illiterates. So make sure you are going to deal with the market. So you have to get a business, a sales personnel that they can really handle people. They have that kind of customer care relations. They are not somebody who, when they go to the market, who does say, they just give the order, they move. Create some kind of protocol, some kind of relationship, so far in the business. So you, as a boss, you really need to work on these things. Monitor your employees or your workers. This guy will be best in this field, this guy will also best with this field. Then it goes from. That's from the sales personnel. Sometimes how we dress really judges us so far in Ghana here. So let me say, even that's the first point so far. Your appearance, how you look, how you then they come to how you speak. If you get those two-side badge, then that means you can be in the market. In the Ghana market, we don't have that, something like you just go by, then you go. It's a relationship. Talk to them, relate well with them, have some kind of flair with everybody outside there. Okay, be some kind of a free man. You see, a very free guy who do have some kind of fun with it. It's a relationship. So sometimes the customers, before they will be loyal to you, unless you get some strategies or some kind of way of dealing with them. Okay, so they are dressing, how they speak with customers, they should be very, very skillful, oriented in these areas. Then the production staffs, like the machine operators, the baggers, the staffs in the production room. You really make sure that at the end of the day you are dealing with food. You know, water is a food, so make sure your workers, they have that kind of hygienic, a very good hygienic condition. Okay, because you are going to deal with food. You have to make sure your workers, whenever they comes in, they wash their hands. All sort of, so far production regulatory, the rules and regulations governing over production of anything eatable, you need to make sure you observe it in your factory. You need to make sure you observe it in your factory, because at the end of the day, Food and Drugs Board, the Food and Drugs Authority, they'll be in for inspection. A whole lot of stuff. So you have to make sure you do something better, and okay, you have to make sure you do something very serious. Make sure your staff, everybody looks good, everybody looks okay in the production room. All these staffs contribute for the growth of your business so far in pure water production. Thank you very much for watching this. This is Modi Waters. Anybody new here, please do us a favor, subscribe to our channel and give us a thumb up so that we give you more update on pure water production, so far how the whole setups, how the whole system works. Thank you very much. Have a very wonderful and nice day. Stay at home, stay safe, and so make sure you observe all the social distances as mandated by our president, our governors, our prime ministers, and everybody. Make sure everybody needs to be safe. Okay. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day. Bye.